What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be talking about the one thing that full-time traders do differently from losing traders. And after this video you will know how to become a full-time Forex trader. In this video I will be talking about three things. First thing, is full-time trading even possible? Second thing will be what to consider when full-time trading, and the third thing will be what full-time Forex traders do to win. By the way, are you enjoying my videos? Then subscribe so you don't miss anything. Alright, so the first topic of today, is full-time trading even possible to begin with? The answer is yes, and I want to dive a bit deeper into this because a simple yes isn't going to cut it. Now, we all know these statistics of X amount of people lose money. They say that 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital within 90 days, and that's true. And I believe that the success rate of people that actually make a living in trading is maybe 5%. I think 5% of people make a living trading Forex. So to answer your question, it's possible. But for most people that watch this video, it won't be possible. Let that sink in. If you don't have the right mentorship, if you don't have the right approach, if you don't have the right process, you are not going to be in the top 5% of traders. And you have to be there in order to make money with trading. So that's really key to understand, guys. Now, the next thing in terms of full-time trading is that most people have this great image about full-time trading, like sitting on the beach every day. Like, I'm a full-time trader and I'm sitting in my home office. I'm not sitting at the beach. I'm trading here. I'm working. It is a job. It's not a hobby that you just do a few hours a week and make money from it. Trading is a real job and you need to be at the job in order to win. Like, everyone is working to become a full-time trader, and especially the guys in the top 5% that make the money. Do you really think they are sitting on the beach? If they are, next year they won't be in the top 5% and they won't make money trading, while other people that have been working will be. So yes, trading for a living, full-time Forex trading can provide you with more flexibility than normal jobs, but it still requires a lot of work. Even if you are already full-time trading like I do, I still have to put in a lot of work. I still put in hours and hours and hours of days, backtesting, digging in the journal to improve. And ask yourself, am I doing these things? Because the people in the top 5% are. Now, what to consider when you're trading full-time? Like, everyone sees the beautiful pictures, but there are things to consider. Number one, your tax. Like, how is trading taxed in your country? Because I know, for example, in different countries there are different tax laws. Here in Holland, if I trade with my own capital, it's the best. It's almost tax-free. If I trade with other people's money, for example for a prop firm, it's a different story. It's taxed more heavily. How is that in your country? You have to realize that you have to pay tax. And if you approach full-time trading the wrong way, you might be giving a lot of profits away. So that's something to think about. The next thing is, how are you going to cope with periods of losing? And everyone is going to have periods of losing. There are going to be months that you don't have an income from trading. And you might be thinking, oh, it's not going to happen to me. I'm a good trader, etc., etc. It will happen to you, like it happens to every professional. And if you don't plan out beforehand what you will do during those months, you will have a very bad time. So it's really important to have a plan for these down months, and they will happen. You need to prepare for it. The next thing is, can you do this emotionally? Because let's face it, let's say every month your living expenses are 1,000 euros. That means that at the bare minimum, you need to make 1,000 euros a month from trading. And it might not sound like a lot, but let's say you have like 3 down months in a row where you don't make 1,000 euros. So you have 3,000 euros worth of living expenses and you have 0 income from trading for these 3 months. Like, yes, you need to set money aside, but also think about the fact like how this will play into you emotionally. And most people really can't take it. And this is the hardest part of the job, is to keep playing even after losing, after losing, after losing. That's why if I give my strategy for free to people and I don't give them the coaching, they will lose money with my strategy, because they don't have the balls basically to follow it even after losing 3 months in a row. And then the stress comes from the income that they need to make, and all this together makes people force trades because, oh, I need to make money this month. Then they push the button at the wrong times and they lose money. And that's like what keeps most people away from full-time trading, is because they just don't have the balls to follow a plan when shit hits the fan. That's really, really key, and that's a skill that you need to develop and that every full-time trader has, or otherwise they wouldn't be trading full-time. It's as simple as that. If you don't have that skill, you cannot make it full-time. So think about it. Now I want to dive deeper into the last point. What do full-time traders do to win? Full-time Forex traders are different from losing traders because they do have the balls. They do have the balls to stick to the plan when it's shit. They do have the discipline. Like most people, when they win, everything is fine and they're doing well, etc., etc. And then when they lose, they're like, and then they lose again, and they're like, and then they lose again, and it over and over and over again, which will happen. And then they start to make tiny changes. They're like, but if on the last trades, if I entered here, it would have been better. So this trade I'm going to enter here, and that because they do enter at a different place, they now miss the trade which would have been a winner. Then they get frustrated, and the next trade they risk more because they want to make back the winner that they lost. And all these tiny steps add up, add up, add up, and it will end up in tears basically. Full-time professional traders, however, they just follow their plan. And yes, it sucks. It also sucks for them that they missed the winning trade. It also sucks for them that they're losing, but they don't let it affect them. They just sit there and they're like, okay, that sucked, on to the next trade. This is my plan works, I'm going to follow it. And if the next trade loses, I don't give a shit. I will take the next one and the next one. And I know at the end of the year, I will make money if I do this. I also know that if I deviate from my plan, I will lose money at the end of the year. And that's the difference, guys. And ask yourself, like, do you have the skill? Can you do this? Because if you can't, like I said, you will not make it. And this is really, really key. And not many people speak about this, but it needs to be heard. This is the difference between losing traders and full-time profitable Forex traders. Now, if you are struggling with this mindset, I can help you out. Below this video is a link that you can book a free Zoom call with me. No bullshit, just you click on the link, you pick a date and time, you put in your questions, you click book call. I will accept the call and we can talk about the issues that you're experiencing and that are preventing you from full-time trading. So click on that link if you really want to take the next steps. If not, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take action with the points I've given you. So to quickly summarize it, yes, full-time trading is possible. You need to consider lots of things such as living expenses, your emotions, and also what's the best way in your country to trade full-time. And the one thing that differentiates losers and full-time traders is that full-time traders have the balls to follow the plan when shit hits the fan. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.